Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So I was watching this movie on Tubi. Got some really good black movies there that I like. I watched one movie and I just couldn't find it, but I'm going to do this really quick video because something came to my mind. And it had the guy that plays Tommy on what's that, Tyler Perry? All the Queen's Men. Okay? So Tommy lives in a house with the lovely, beautiful Eva. Okay? Marcel. And so he was in the movie. Again, I couldn't find it, but let's go ahead and get to the video. So I'm watching this movie, and he was a gentle giant, kind of a street guy, but was very calm. That's the one to watch in real life, though. That's the real tough guy, the calm one. The one that's Now, the quiet one, reserved one, that's the one to watch it back, like the guy on The Shy. So anyway, watching the movie, and so this lady, she was a waitress and she lost her job. Her old dust bucket boyfriend came in there and was like, "Where's my food? Oh, I'm not paying." She's like, "Hey, the boss is here, you would hand me my food." And he's acting all crazy. So he shows up there again to get free food at the restaurant. She's pregnant, the only one working. Unfortunately, he does it again, and the manager was there, and the guy caused the scene in front of the customers, and the manager fired her. Long story short, her girlfriend said, like, "Hey girl, I got the hookup for you. We can go and work for over there, and it's like $500 a day." Okay, $500 a day. So, which is ironic because I held a few contracts overnight from the weekend. I didn't make a lot of money, but hey, it's a little change. But I said just closing those. I mean, I closed those like around 9:34 today. That was $570. So hey, just over the weekend, a little change. Didn't have to do anything strange. So anyway, the lady goes and works for this establishment, and it's run by, I'm gonna call him D Man, because a dope man sounds just like so I'm gonna call him D Man. So the lady goes over there with her friend, and they've got a job, and they're sitting at the table, and they are counting the money. Then I got this long chick, like a model. Man, she got like a assault rifle. She's standing by watching them counting the money, and they're wearing gloves. Okay, so these ladies are sitting at the table, and they are wearing gloves, and they're counting the money. And then they may have had something else on the table, like a brick, and I don't mean the kind like around your garden bed. You know what I mean? So they may have had that. I mean, it's a trap house. Okay, so and I was sitting there, and I remember seeing another movie where some ladies were lined up in this dinky building. It looked abandoned, but no, they had an operation in the back. And the ladies, unfortunately, they were topless, I guess, so no one would steal anything, because it was like quite a few at that table wearing gloves too, and they were counting the money. Okay, I guess they didn't have a money machine. But anyway, they were counting the money. And you know what came to my mind? For Mr. D Man, who's the street pharmaceutical salesperson, with the corner boys, you know what came to my mind? These guys, whether you want to face it or not, there are businessmen. They got folks on a payroll. It's like all cash payroll. I mean, you can't turn it into the IRS. You know what I mean? Come on. But it's a business. And I thought to myself, huh, just like you got these people sitting at this table, I guess the ladies work in accounting because they're counting the money. They didn't have any ledgers, okay? They're just counting the cash. They didn't have any ledgers. They didn't write anything down. They were just counting the money. And I thought to myself, just like you have those ladies sitting there counting that money for the D man, the street pharmaceutical salesman, the one in charge, it'd be a good idea. What if you had those same people there sitting lined up trading options? They could be learning. It could be like today, it's not, you know, you can make money with I trade the cues a lot. And what if you have them sitting there say, "Hey, so and so, have a seat," and everybody has an account. What if they even work for an LLC? Now, you may have to get licensed and all that. So listen, don't fool yourself. Some of these kids out here in the streets that's doing this, some of these guys and gals and ladies, believe it or not, some of them are smart. You just got this stuff in a jam. Like here, it says top mental health stressors, 47% money. Man, I think it's about 90%, 99%. 47% money, 39% one's own health, 38% current events, world news, politics, 33% health of family and friends, 30% relationships with family and friends. But the top one, the top mental health stressors is ding, 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 ding. What happens at 9:30 Monday through Friday, that opening bell. Hope everybody had a money-making Monday. I just made a little lunch money. Well, that could be that can be some grocery money, But I've been doing other things too, so hey. But think about it. That's why they're out there doing this. The lady got fired from her job because her dusty boyfriend came with her and ruined it for her in front of the manager. Sister girl, pregnant and got fired. And Tommy came to the rescue. Again, he plays the guy that lives with Tommy is his character on All the Queen's Men, stays with Madam. Okay. And I thought about that. What if they were sitting up there? Maybe you had a business. Again, I'm sure somebody, I don't have all the details. I'm just a personal trader from home. But somebody had a business. I'm like, what would it take to have those kids to learn options or those women? And then, hey, maybe we could trace it. Hey, guys, I think it's going to go here. Let's do this. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You can get a contract, man. Shoot. Just a test. I did a contract, cost me $160. Hell, I made $90 some on it, but that was last week as a little test. What if we did that? What if, well, the D-man did that? Have them to learn options. Now, of course, you can lose money. And for the D-man and his environment, you cannot be shooting anyone because your options trade went wrong. We need to make that perfectly clear. You're not going to go downtown. Hey, yo, what's up, pop? No. You have to take So we want to make sure. So you cannot resort to violence because your option trade go wrong. But I thought about that. I said, man, look at that. If it were me, I would have those girls, when I'm not a D person, I'm scared of that. But sit across that table, and their job was to just count the money. Count the money. They were doing the accounting for the D-man, his business, and the lady had the gun. So I don't think she might have to lose her job because we don't need any guns. But I just thought about that. What if they were just sitting at that table, learn how to trade options, have a play for today? What if, look at the money that could be accounted for legally and with no violence. Let some fool rush up in and talk about, oh yeah, I'm gonna, break yourself. Fool, you leave with a laptop because the money's online in the account. How about that? You don't have to worry about like maybe having like a DOPE house and some crackhead try to run up in there and rob. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Rob the options, fool? The money is in the account. Don't tell a crackhead, he might come back the next day. Oh, I know that's done settled. I know that money shut you can't bill. Come on. I'm taking all y'all to the ATM. Let go. So on marriage spirit, come and think of it. The chick with the gun, yeah, she might secure her employment. You never know. We find some old crazy crackhead. But I just thought about that. And this is how I think business wise. I'm like, man, just like they're sitting there counting that money for the D-man, what if they were sitting there trading those options? What if, again, I don't have all the ideas, like, you may have to get a license, you can't advise people, but I'm like, that right there, that's a job. It may be, quote, under table job, that kind of thing. And, the D-man does have interesting dealings, you know what I'm saying? But just like they were sitting, why were they there? They needed money. Why the little corner boys out there? Well, not because they like, just hanging outside. Money. No opportunity. Child followed us home. Uh, that's a whole nother video. We have so many issues, but it's things like that. If they can sit there and count that money, and everybody's different, maybe everybody's not going to catch on. But just like you have an assembly line, like those two girls sit there, what's going to stop a D-man? They don't do. I mean, seriously, what is going to stop a D-man from saying, "Hey, you know what? I want to do something positive. And some of you like, well, you got to put out information. Yeah, I know how much you're gonna fund your account. And it can start out small. And it can grow and grow. So just like you come up with, he came up, and I guess that's probably the norm because I've seen more than one movie. But when I saw that recently, I was like, wow. Just like they're sitting up there just counting that money. Imagine if some of them, and everybody doesn't like numbers like that, I mean, I catch on, I totally get it. But I don't believe that we can't find people like that. What if they were just sitting there and just trading? 9:34. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, maybe it's a little far-fetched, but again, this is how I think business, like, oh, that could be an opportunity. That could be an opportunity. We're doing calls today. That could be an opportunity. Hey, it's kind of choppy, not doing much today. I know taxes and all of that, and yeah, I'm aware of that. But a lot of times we see things and we don't realize, hey, that's an idea, we can perfect it. And I've never been in that kind of situation. Thank God. I don't want to see it. But stop and think. They say movies come from real life. So there probably is. I mean, I've seen more than one movie. They have a room or something in the back. I've seen it with a Hispanic movie. Mijo, that's back with a money machine. It was like a little dinky store out front. Man, in the back. Oh my gosh. I wonder what they would put in those pinatas. There was so much money. And they were just, I was like, wow, look at all of this. It's crazy. And they had a machine. So I'm like, you must be selling a whole lot of Mexican dresses and a whole lot of pinatas, because man, that's a heck of a business, buddy. So sometimes you see something that's not so great, it's not ideal, but you can turn around. I was like, man, what if even just those two girls, what if they were able to do that? Just a thought. Anyway, I gotta go. Let me know what you all think about it. Again, the top mental health stressors, money, made the top number 47%. Man, I think it's more like 90%. Might be 99.9%. But I thought about that. I'm like, look, I said, isn't that interesting? They just show up there and just counting that money. They could just show up there and maybe learn, just trade those options, build a small account, and then they may say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do it for myself. They can get their own account. Put somebody else in the seat. So like you have an assembly line to count that street money. It's crooks on Wall Street too. Let's not pretend. Matter of fact, in my opinion, it's a whole bunch of the ones on Wall Street that keep the D man in business. A whole bunch of them on Wall Street keep the D man in. They listen, wouldn't know what to do without him. But yeah, but let me know. Like I said, that's just the way I think. I'm like, man, what if they were just sitting there trading options? What if they were sitting there trading options? Mimic the plays. Everybody can get paid. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It's less violent. No fighting again for the D-man. You can't engage in this practice and try to, catch somebody by the collar and put a beat down. We can't have no bullets flying. We can't have that. Employees crying. We can't have that. But like I said, the same way they had them line up counting that money, I said they could have had those folks line up with trading those, learning how he could pay to bring in a professional in. You just think about it. That would be a way to legitimately and honestly grow your wealth. Sure, tax implications and all that. We know it ain't tax free and it's less violent. And then you're having people who now have a skill. You keep doing something, you'll get the hang of it, you'll learn. Now they have a skill. They might say, hey, you got your phone out, I'm making my own trades. Cool, as long as you're making some money. Heck, I've done that in more than one account. Boop! As a little test. Let me throw a little money out this checking account. And I'm going to go over here. Seems to work rather well for me. Just saying. So yeah. So anyway, let me know what you all think for the D-man. We don't have to always have violence. Okay? The same way they sit in that chair for that assembly line to count that money and whatever they're doing with the other items we're not going to talk about. They can sit in that chair, that assembly line, and trade that market. I'm telling you. I believe it can be done. So it might be far-fetched on my end. Maybe someone called me and they'll forget. I didn't even know what it was, Pollyanna. But then I figured it out. Okay, yeah, that's not me. But someone said, "Oh, you're so Pollyanna." Maybe it's Pollyanna. Like, which I don't think is realistic. But just something to think about. Those people doing that, I guess they're obviously good with numbers. You don't mind being around numbers all day. The money is on the screen and you like that green. So let me know what you all think. Maybe it's too far-fetched. Maybe it's like total whack. I don't know. Well, what do you all think? I believe in options, and I just playing the options, but options in life turn a negative into a positive. So D-Man, take notes, sir. And if you don't like it, it's okay. You ain't got to try to pull up. We don't need no shooting. Bye.